This is Bang'em Smurf, and this is my OMG interview. What's poppin'? Oh man, well right now I stepped into the literature field, so you know, I'm working on a lot of books right now. I actually released my first memoir, that's Wisdom of the Wolf, out right now. That's available on Amazon. Well, basically it's a memoir about my life, about my trials and tribulations and my experience over the years, you know, leading up to my deportation and me being back home in Trinidad for the last 10 years. I actually released that memoir, the book, on my 10-year anniversary of me actually being back in Trinidad. You know, so I've been through a lot of trials and tribulations over the last 10 years. You know, I had to start over. I lost a lot of opportunities, lost my family, you know. So it's like me coming back to Trinidad, I started a whole new life. Everything was new to me. So, you know, I just touched on all that. All the pain I went through, my losses, my gains, you know. This book is about breaking free. It's about patience. You understand what I'm saying? It is about life, a new beginning, you know? So I just wanted to use my life experience, what I've been through, to try to change these youths' way of thinking, because all these youths these days, everybody want to be a gangster. Everybody want to be, you know what I mean? Everybody just want to be tough. Like, they think that's being cool. Like, staying in school is cool. You know what I mean? Getting an education is cool. You know what I mean? So that's why I did this book, is really to reach these youths in this generation, to change their way of thinking. You know what I mean? Yeah, well, I'm one of the original G-Unit co-founders. You know what I mean? 50 Cents, that's my former business partner. You know what I mean? I deal with a lot of, I've been in the industry since I was like 12, 13, because I came up under the Lost Boys. That's a legendary rap group from Jamaica, Queens, from the 90s. And my big homie was Freaky Ty, so rest in peace to him. Those was the first guys to introduce me to the music business. You know, but G-Unit and Lost Boys, we all from the same community. But back then, G-Unit or 50 Cent wasn't even relevant yet, in other words. You know, but we was all from the same community. At that time, 50 was still doing this hustling thing while we was doing the music thing. So I was actually in the music business before 50 Cent. You know, so my big homie Freaky Ty from the Lost Boys, he wound up passing in '99. He got murdered. And then a year later, 50 Cent wound up getting shot. So that's when we created the G-Unit. You know, because I was always a popular figure in my hood, a major figure in my hood from a young age. So, you know, when he had got shot up, he reached out to me like, yo, I need you, yo, let's form this alliance. And, you know, history was made from there, 2000. My whole philosophy on life is just about, is being educated. Is knowing the system, is knowing that these oppressors want us to be or acting the way we acting, like animals, like savages, not caring about life. And these youths gotta be aware of these things, because they following this entertainment business, right? The entertainment business. They don't know how corrupted it is, how evil it is, and how wicked it is. You understand? This entertainment business ain't really what these youths think it is, because most of these artists is getting used, abused, and robbed. You know what I mean? Some of these artists got to give their jewelry back after the video shoot. You know what I'm saying? They got to get a car back or the clothes back, and this is facts. You know, and these oppressors is really using us, because the same investors in the music business, the owners of the music business, is the investors of the jail. So it's like they using certain artists to break down the black community and to have us thinking ignorant. You understand what I'm saying? And they're using us. So I really want to break the use out the cycle of that. Like the industry, they get the best of both worlds, because they getting all the money from the music, using these artists to brainwash and corrupt the ghetto or these youths. And then they send them to jail because music is influential. If you're weak-minded, they'll have you doing things you ain't supposed to do, and you following these entertainers, and half these entertainers don't really live up to what they talking about. Yeah, like for instance, these rappers talking about, I get it straight off the boat. They're lying. You're on tour, getting hundreds of thousands for hitting up different states and countries. You're not selling no drugs. You're not killing nobody. They're on tour, they're enjoying life. They don't have time to do these things. You know, but the youths might look at it and thinking this guy, oh my God, he's this and that, and try to be like him or portray him, and all they doing is wasting their life. It's not even these guys in America, because it's the higher ups running the industry. They might have a selective few artists that they'll get rich and they'll just, you understand what I'm saying? That they'll bring to that point on a higher level just to brainwash all the ghetto. That's what they doing, to brainwash the youth. That whole industry is to brainwash the ghetto youths and the urban youths, man. To keep them corrupted, keep them in crime. They want them to sell drugs. They want them on drugs. You understand what I'm saying? They don't want the black man or these ghetto youths to know how spiritually divine they really are. So they belittle them and hold them down by any means necessary. The biggest lesson I learned, love myself, man. You know, because I'm a guy, I'm a real loyal guy. I'm loyal. Like, if I'm your friend, I will die for you. Like, that's how I am. Like, I'm just one of those guys. I'm loyal to the bone. Like, if you my friend, like, you don't gotta worry about nothing. And that's my downfall, is just being loyal in life. And sometimes being loyal, it ain't a good thing, because people will use you. You know, they'll know you're a good person, so they'll try to take advantage of you. You know, but my biggest lesson in life is like learning to love myself. You know, because I put a lot of people before me, because one of my passions is just like seeing others do good. You know, so I do anything for a human being. I'm big on humanity, so it's one of my, you know what I mean? Learn to love myself and put myself first instead of putting other people in front of me. Future for me, I really want to open up like some business programs for these youths. You know, I want to change the cycle of the educational system, because they're misleading us and they're brainwashing us, and they don't teach us nothing that's correct. You know, they're lying to us about our history and about everything else. So I just want to change the educational system. I want to open up a program for these youths to teach them how to be bosses from a young age instead of being workers, because that's what this educational system teaches. To be slaves and workers the rest of our life. Go to college, get a good job, and then go slave for somebody else. But I want to open up a program where we get these kids from young, teach them how to be bosses and how to be independent. So by the time they're 18, they already know how to be a boss. They already got their own company structured and organized, and they know what they want to do in life instead of being a slave. I want to teach these kids how to be bosses and independent. You know, so for my future, that's what I would like. To be ahead of running that program for these youths, especially in the Caribbean. Because these youths got so much potential, they're so educated, but they don't really got the guidance or the motivation or the inspiration. So I just want to inspire the youths, man, so they can learn from my life, because in America, I was a gangster. You know, I'm a legend in Queens, New York. You know, I live a whole different lifestyle now in Trinidad since I've been back here 10 years. I went to jail. I learned humbleness, I learned patience. So when I came back to Trinidad, I just got corporate, and I just wanted to do good and do better and you know, teach these kids from the things I experienced and let them know they don't gotta go through that. Please don't, because it's a blessing I'm still here. Not everybody get a second chance in life, you know, so I'm using this time wisely, this second go around. Well, that's hiphoptt.com. That's actually the only hip-hop website in the Caribbean, and is the biggest hip-hop, you know what I mean, website in the Caribbean, but that's based on all local Trinidadian artists. So anybody in Trinidad that's doing something or grinding or anything concerning hip-hop is on this website. From the Jimmy Octobers, the J Naj, the Chromatics, myself, Crazy Racks, you know what I mean? All the local acts is on this site, and that's a great platform for them, because I got my whole connections, and you know, it's from the outside, so that's like a good look for them, you know, a platform for them to get heard. on an international level. It's doing great too. I got my second annual back to school drive. We doing that August 12th. This year we catering for 1,000 kids. Everything free. You know what I mean? I do a back to school drive every year. We give out book bags, books, you know what I mean? Free event, face painting, bouncy castle. We do this every year. It's free for the Caledonia community. That's in Mova. But this year I'm doing it in the Savannah, and we catering for 1,000 kids. So everybody could come out this year. So we're gonna have a lot of sports activities, a lot of entertainers coming through, you know, so it's gonna be dope. A lot of giveaways, everything free. Yeah, I got a whole lot, but one memory that really stand out to me, my oh my God memory. Oh man, I got a lot, man. What I would say is like my oh my God memory in my life, it don't matter what year it is when Eminem and Dr. Dre signed us. 2003.
Tell me about that.
Oh man, like I can say, oh my God, like we worked so hard. We was the underdog, cause at that time, we was going up against Murder Inc. and Ja Rule. And you know, like they was the biggest thing at the time. Like Ja Rule was the biggest thing at the time of Murder Inc. And we was going up against them, and we was the underdogs. A lot of people counting us out, but we never gave up. We kept grinding and we worked hard. So when we got that call from Eminem, like, yo, Eminem want to sign y'all, like, Dr. Dre, $1 million. So when I heard that, that was my oh my God moment of my life. And he signed us in a few days for $1 million, non-recoupable. So the underdogs want to be in the big dogs, you know? So that was one of my greatest experiences in life, like, because we actually got on our knees and prayed for that. Like, all of us, the whole team, me, 50, Yayo Banks, like, we actually got on our knees and God answered our prayers. So that was one of my greatest experiences of my life to this day, just being a part of history, you know? Man, thanks everybody for viewing. Thanks OMG Digital Magazine for having me. If anybody want to get in contact with me, you can email me at bhph112@gmail.com, or you can catch me on Instagram, BanghamFDW. Salute.